Welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for taking some time to chill with me today. I have a bit of a haul today. So, we are going to be going over my beautiful body oils that I recently purchased from Haus Urban and from Brown Sugar Babes. So, that's something that you're interested in, to continue to watch, kick back, grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a blanket. Let's get cozy and just talk about some beautiful body oils. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Naya. Here on my channel, I love all things fragrance and I sprinkle in some beauty here and there. So if that's your thing, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, become a member of my YouTube family. You guys have been watching. You have been coming back, but you keep forgetting to hit that subscribe button. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy my content, go ahead and hit that like button and also share this video. If you're one of my OG returning subscribers, you guys are the bomb. Thank you so much. So let's jump right in. Like I said, this is a haul. I have about 9 body oils here. So, it may get a little long-winded. So, get comfy, get cozy. We're not going nowhere. It's just me and you. We're going to sit here and we're going to talk about these body oils and just, have some girl time and just relax, right? So, I'm going to start with Haus Urban because I only have 2. The rest of them are Brown Sugar Babe. And so 2 from Haus Urban. 1 is actually a repurchase. So let's just start with that one. So I got this one, oh wow, when it first came out, and I can't remember exactly when that was, but Haus Urban dropped a country collection on their site. And so it was inspired by Beyonce. And so there were like maybe 4 different body oils, 4 different scents on the website. I have them all, to be honest, and I don't think I've ever gone over them with you. My bad, I'm sorry. But this one, I've gone through 2 of the mini bottles. And so I said, you know what, let me go ahead and get the large bottle because this is one that I grab for fall going into winter because it's such a warm, cozy scent. So this is the small bottle that I have. This is the second one. You see my dent in there. I went through a whole bottle of this one, but this is the large bottle that I have. And look at that. You got Miss B on front. That's cute. So this is called Honey Buck, and this is Haus Urban's Glazed Dry Body Oil. And so this one, unfortunately, I don't think it's on the website anymore. So sorry. But this is your sweet honey bourbon scent. And normally they have all the notes listed on the website, but because this one isn't on there, I wasn't able to grab notes. But I can describe to you how this one smells. I mean, it's literally a slightly boozy, sweet, slightly spicy honey scent. And it feels warm and it feels ambery. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. I like to wear this one with scents like this. This is my Chloe purchase. I actually just did a video on this one. I will link this one above. This is the Nomad Absolute de Parfum. But this one has like some Mirabelle. It has some oak moss. This is sweet and it's earthy, and I felt like it would pair so nicely with Honey Buck because this one is sweet, it is slightly boozy, it's warm, it's ambery, slightly spicy. So those pair really, really nicely together. The next one, which is a new one to my collection, you can still find this on Haus Urban's website. And so this is Blindfold Me. So I wanted to get this one because I wanted a caramel body oil. I wanted a nice caramel scented oil that could pair with some of my gourmand fragrances, right? So this one is a dulce de leche glazed dry body oil. This actually has, I was able to get the notes for this one. So this has top notes of melted butter, middle notes of caramel, heavy cream, and sugar, base notes of vanilla and tonka beans. So guys, I've worn this one twice already, and it is so good. This is rich. This is for gourmand lovers only, okay? Don't play around with this one if you aren't a gourmand girly, because you smell that melted butter and it adds like a salty vibe to this caramel in here. This is sweet, tons of sweet vanilla in here, caramel, salted butter. Ooey gooey goodness. This one is good. So if you're looking for a sweet gourmand caramel body oil to go along with your gourmand scents, this one, Blindfold Me, is going to be perfect for that. I like to wear these straight out of the shower. So as soon as I dry off, I just kind of towel dry just a little bit, and then I go on with the body oils. I feel like that's the best way to kind of lock in that moisture. Now I will say this one lasted on my skin a few hours and then it got really faint. But the way the oil feels on my skin, it just makes my skin feel so soft and so smooth. I really, really enjoy the formulation on these oils. Now, Miss Honeybug, she lasts all day long. And if you're not careful, she will take over whatever perfume you are layering with this, because she's strong. So those are going to be my two body oils that I got from Haus Urban. So now let's move into some brown sugar babe oils. So the first one, I'm looking down here at my table and I have so many. So let's just grab this first one. This is going to be, this is a 2 ounce. I got majority of 2 ounces this go round because I felt like I wasn't quite sure about these, and so I didn't want to be out here stuck with a full bottle, a full 4 ounce bottle. So I got the 2 ounces. So this first one is going to be Lady Luck, and this is inspired by Donna Born in Roma by Valentino. And so here's the little bottle, comes with a pretty gold cap, pops up like that, and you can pour it out like that. It has a stopper so it won't spill. You can take this out. I leave mine in, especially if I'm getting the small 2 ounce bottles, because, you know, I've had experience with these bottles where they tend to leak when you pull the stopper out. And so ain't nobody got time for that. So I just wanted to leave them in. But Lady Luck has top notes of blackcurrant, pink pepper, and bergamot. Middle notes of jasmine, jasmine sambac, and jasmine tea. Base notes of bourbon, vanilla, cashmere, and guaiac wood. This is good. This is good. Now I have the original perfume, Donna Born in Rome. I should have brought it in here so I can compare them, but it's close. It's close to it. I feel like if you got this and layered it with the perfume, I feel like it would just be a really nice layering base for the original perfume, right? This is pretty. So it's sweet. Definitely getting some vanilla in here. Definitely getting the brightness of that bergamot. Definitely getting the sweetness of that vanilla. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. So if you like Donna Born in Roma, you like that DNA. This one doesn't smell exactly like it, but it's not too far off from it. So I feel like Lady Luck would be a good option as a layering base. And I feel like this could go with a lot of your caramel scents. I feel like it could go well with like your bright bergamot scents. I feel like this can really pair nicely with a different range of scents. So Lady Luck, I really, really like that one. The next one, guys, is one that's very popular on the website. It sells out often, but it comes back in stock very quickly, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's one that I kind of wanted to try because I have a ton of Brown Sugar Babe oils. I think I have about 20 of the oils, and this was one that I didn't have, and I said to myself, you're a vanilla girl, how come you don't have this one, right? So it just didn't make sense to me, so I had to add this one to cart. So this is Caked Up. And so I get the pumps when I'm getting the 4-ounce bottles because I just find that it's easier to work with. All of the bottles come with the standard gold caps like this, but the pump is an additional charge, and I think it's only like $1 or $1.50, something like that. Still has the pretty gold trim here, and it comes with the cap and with the pump, so it's just easier to use for me. So Caked Up has top notes of vanilla beans, middle notes of cinnamon, and base notes of nutmeg. And so this one is just your beautiful, simple, cakey vanilla scent, right? It's so sweet, so easy to wear. You don't have to think about this one, right? If it's one of those days where you're feeling gourmand and you don't quite know yet what your fragrance is going to be, this can be your base. It's not going to mess anything up. It's just a pretty sweet, cakey vanilla scent. This would go really pretty with scents like your Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, or if you have any dupe of that, like Delicious Bouquet, that would be pretty. It would go pretty even with scents like A Theory. I think I wore it one time with A Theory just to add like an extra sweetness, to add like a gourmand touch to A Theory. I wore it like that one day. This would go pretty with scents like your KRL Vanilla 28. Anything that you just want to add like a sweet vanilla gourmand touch to, Caked Up is going to be perfect for that. So I'm glad that I added that one to the cart. So that one is Caked Up. Now the next one I had to get because I've been on a designer fragrance kick lately. And so I've really been wearing a lot of my designer fragrances. I've been craving them actually. And so when I saw this one on their website, I said, I definitely want to get this one. So if I didn't mention, Caked Up is an original Brown Sugar Babe creation. This next one is inspired by Givenchy's L'Interdit Rouge, and this is Villain Era. So again, I got the 2-ounce bottle with this one, and this one has top notes of ginger and blood orange. It has middle notes of tuberose, jasmine, and pimento leaf, base notes of sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. So I wore this one with L'Interdit Rouge. And this is so good. To me, they came very, very close again with this one. It's sweet. You get that blood orange feel in here. You get that pimento leaf in here. I'm getting the ginger, and when I wore it, you get a little bit of the patchouli, but it's not a heavy patchouli, but I definitely got some of the patchouli in here. This is sweet. It's bright with that ginger. That blood orange is adding like a citrus sweetness to it. This is gorgeous. So again, if you enjoy the L'Interdit DNA, I feel like you would really enjoy this one because they came really, really close to it, and it pairs so nicely together. And I'll tell you one thing about these body oils. They can be your scent of the day by themselves. You don't have to add any fragrance to them. If it's on one of those days where you just want to let your body oil do the talking for you, Brown Sugar Babe got you covered. You can definitely do that. Now with this one and adding the perfume on top, oh, it's an explosion. It's an explosion. With the perfume, go on lightly because it's going to be beast mode. You're going to be smelling it all day. These oils, they last all day on the skin. And a lot of the times, if I use these oils and layer them with a completely different type of fragrance, nothing that they're inspired by the end of the day, my fragrance is gone and I'm still smelling the body oil. So that's how potent these things are. So that last one again was Villain Era. Now this next one, guys, I tested this one on the back of my hand and I'm not quite sure about it. You know, I wasn't quite sure about the original fragrance. I had that in my collection when it first came out and I decluttered it. And when I saw this on the website, I said, well, let me give this a try. Maybe the body oil is going to do something a little different that the fragrance didn't do for me, right? And so I was wrong. But this is Hot Chocolate. And this one is inspired by Montal's Chocolate Greedy. I know Chocolate Greedy is a very popular fragrance, and I think that's why I got it, because I love chocolate. I loved all the notes in that fragrance, and I really wanted to give it a try. I really wanted to love it, but it just wasn't, it was something odd in it. It was something very odd, a note that I couldn't quite put my finger on, and I feel like this body oil is doing the same thing. So this has top notes of chocolate and tonka bean, middle notes of vanilla bean, and then the base is orange and dried fruits. And so I definitely wanted to get this one in the 2-ounce bottle and not the 4, because I kind of had in my mind that it probably wasn't going to work. It's just that chocolate, the nuttiness, the orange, and that dried fruit combination, it's just not doing it for me. And I'm going to put just a little bit on the back of my hand here just to really see. You know, I don't want to judge it too harshly. Let's give it a try. But look at that, right? Nice little shine. So I may have spoken too soon. I don't know. Maybe it needed to sit and come together, but this orange is really nice on my skin with that nuttiness. Didn't I just say the orange and the chocolate and the nuttiness? Girl. Okay. I like it. Hot chocolate. So I am getting that bright sweet orange in here. I'm getting some nuttiness, and I'm getting a touch of that chocolate in the background, right? Okay, listen, I'm glad that I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. But this works in my favor because this was a purchase. I don't want it to be a wasted purchase. So I'm glad that I actually tried it on my skin again. And maybe that day my nose just wasn't agreeing with stuff. I don't know. But today, I like this. Like I said, that orange, that nuttiness, that chocolate. Really sweet. So, okay, I'm eating my words. I was wrong. Again, hot chocolate. Okay, guys, so we have 3 more to go. And so the next one is going to be one that I've worn a few times already. I have a small little baby dent in this one. And I'm going to tell you, a little bit of this goes a very long way. And that goes for all of these oils. You don't have to, get the huge bottle if you don't want to. This 2-ounce will last you for a little while. I mean, especially if it's not the only thing you're using every day. If it's the only thing you're using every day, then of course it's going to go pretty quick. But I'm using other things. So this for me, it will last for a little while. So this one is Hush, and this is inspired by Nishane's 100 Silent Ways. This has top notes of tuberose, mandarin, and peach. Middle notes of white jasmine, gardenia, and orris. I'm loving orris recently. So I'm loving orris. I'm loving oak moss recently. I'm loving a lot of those earthy notes recently. I think that's just what happens to me when the weather starts to change, right? Base notes of vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. Vetiver as well, because sometimes vetiver can come off a little too masculine for me in certain fragrances. And then in other times it can come off really pretty, a nice earthy tone. That happened recently with me with the recent purchase. Is it Azm by Paris Corner, AZM? That is also inspired by Nishane's 100 Silent Ways, and it has that vetiver in the base, and it has all those fruity notes at the top, but then that nice vetiver at the base adds just a nice touch of earthiness. So I'm feeling like when vetiver is done in a nice earthy tone for me, I really enjoy that. So I wore Hush with that fragrance, AZM by Paris Corner. So it just kind of layered perfectly together, right? But this one, very close to the original. I also have a decant of the original fragrance, and very, very close, guys. This is so sweet. This is so juicy. This is pretty. But like I said, in that base, you get that vetiver, and it just adds like a nice earthy touch to it. Really, really nice. Yeah, really like this one. So if you enjoy that fragrance, 100 Silent Ways, if you enjoy Azm by Paris Corner, I feel like you would really enjoy Hush. That would be a nice layering combination. Really, really enjoyed that one. So we have two more. So the next one is going to be one that I haven't worn yet. So I can't tell you how this one smells on skin. Maybe I'll put it on the back of this hand just so we can test it out. But when I first smelled it, I said, woo, it was strong. So, but I definitely wanted to give this one a try. I'm glad I have it in my collection. I feel like it'll be perfect for fall and winter. So this one is going to be Sweet Smoke, and this is inspired by Tobacco Honey by Guerlain. And so this has top notes of honey, cloves, and anise, middle notes of tobacco, vanilla, tonka, and sesame, base notes of agar wood and sandalwood. So let's go ahead and just put this one directly on skin to see what we get, right? Just a little bit, because when I smelled this, it was strong. Oh, yes. I don't even have to put this to my nose. Sweet honeyed tobacco. Tobacco that's not that dry tobacco. Yeah, this is, wow. Now, I've never smelled the original fragrance, so I can't tell you if it's close to the original fragrance or not. But what I can say is that it's slightly smoky. You get that sweet tobacco in here. That tobacco has like honey dripping from the tobacco leaves. Just think of like a smokehouse that has tobacco leaves hanging, and you get that smokiness from it, but that tobacco has been dipped in honey and it's hanging and it's dripping. That's the picture, that's the image that I get. Yeah, because you get just as much tobacco as you do the honey, right? And I like this. And I will say that initial opening is drying down nicely and it's settling down on the skin. But I'm going to tell you, I feel like on the days when I wear this will be the only thing that I put on. I don't feel like this needs to compete with anything. I feel like if you put enough of this on, this can be your scent of the day. This is a prime example of Brown Sugar Babe's body oils being your scent of the day. This one, yes, Sweet Smoke, this can be your scent of the day. Wow, honeyed, smoky, sweet tobacco. That's pretty. That's pretty. I like that. But whoa, Don't play with that one. Don't play with that one. So again, that one was Sweet Smoke. So the last one, guys, is actually one that I'm wearing today. And this one is really pretty. So this one is called Mood Oud, and this is an original creation by Brown Sugar Babe. This has top notes of pink pepper and bergamot, middle notes of Turkish rose and jasmine, base notes of agar wood, vanilla, and amber. So this one, this is Boss Chick right here. This is I'm Bossy. This is Don't Look at Me Too Hard. I Smell Too Good. This is absolutely beautiful. You definitely get that pink pepper and that bergamot opening here. In the middle, you get some of that rose. I don't quite remember getting jasmine on my skin, but I definitely got the feel of that rose. And in the base, you get that oud. It's not a strong in your face oud, but you definitely get that woody presence, and I really, really like that. So I wore this with the Versace Crystal Noir perfume. I layered that today with this one. I thought that was really pretty. I've also worn this one with Bois de Vanille. Bois de Vanille has that beautiful rose note in there. It has some coconut and I believe some amber. So that kind of just brought the rose note out in Mood Oud. I thought that was really pretty. I haven't worn this combination yet, but I feel like it would be really pretty. I think if you layered this with Anna Abiet Scarlet, the new one that just came out. I haven't tried that one yet, so don't quote me on it. I feel like Mood Oud and Anna Abiet Scarlet would play nicely together. I would have to try that combination, but just off the top of my head, I feel like that would go nicely with this one. But yeah, like I said, this is a beautiful fragrance. This is elegant. This is sophisticated. She's grown, okay? All her bills are paid. She got extra money to the side. She has her savings account. She's grown. This is a beautiful fragrance. This isn't a little girl fragrance. This is really, really nice. It's elevated. It's sophisticated. I think that is really, really pretty. So I enjoyed wearing this one today. So again, this is Mood Oud. So guys, that's going to do it for my video for the day. Just wanted to share with you my body oil haul that I recently did. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope that you come back, subscribe to my channel, become a member of my YouTube family. Also like and share this video, guys. Leave me a comment below, guys. Let me know if you have any of these in your collection and what you think of them. Let me know some of your favorites. I may already have them in my collection, but I am always open to recommendations. So leave those below. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.